Alright guys, welcome back to the third round of the Lagarto Viejo Mundo Golf Club over at Playa del Carmen, Mexico, right? Well, with that being said here guys, we have 77 golfers. We need to get them through their third round and into the fourth round of the game here guys, so you guys can watch some great coverage here of our back to normal regular golfers, but they're over here at Mexico having a good time. With that being said, let's compete for the third round and see how everyone does. Now there's 77 golfers here. I've actually counted them out this time. Let's see if we can actually individually stack them in each of their piles 11 here. So let's get right to it. And we're ready. Alright, so that was pretty quick. I turned on a little bit of the Excelsior speed. And with that being said, guys, let's get through rolling the dice here to see how everyone does on this list here on this table. Remember, contending on top, finished on bottom. That's how I do it. Now, Hubert Green is upside down or right side up here, guys, because he is the only outstanding golfer, so he's by himself. And with that, we'll actually start with Hubert Green. We'll work this way, okay? So for him here, it says 54. It says, or 45, I apologize. It says draw golfer contends with a perk at A minus. All right, well that's only him here, so he gets that one here at A minus. He will get himself a perk here. So I just gotta remember that, of course. And with that, I guess you know what? I think it's the other way around. I think contending is bottom and finishes on top. But either way, it doesn't much matter as long as you remember that each side is the same. So this is contending down here, finished up here. Okay. So with that said here, guys, let's get to the next pack here. We'll roll for that perk here, how Hubert Green did. He's done outstanding so far, so that perk could be really good. All right, let's roll our dice here for this group. It says 14. All right, so 14 says top golfer contends with A, others finish with C. Wow, guys. So this is a huge group that's going to absolutely see a huge shift here. So let's see here. Who's the top golfer? 3A, 3A. Looking 1C is Billy Casper. There you go. That's probably who's going to be the top golfer here. All right, so it looks like it's going to be Billy Casper here. 14 contends with an A, and then all others finish with a C. So they're going to all finish at a C range there. That eliminates a lot of the field already. 45 for this next group as well. Now 45 once more is draw golfer contends with A minus. So let's draw one golfer here. We'll take him and see who that is here. A minus is going to be Bernard Langer. That's pretty cool. Really excited to see him do well. And then for 45 it says also top golfer contends with A. All others finish with a D plus. I think that's what it said. Yeah, D plus. Okay, so all right, so Johnny Palmer, John Daly. Look at that. See, every time, man, he just gets stuck with it. And then there it is, Gary Player. He's probably our #1 golfer. Lee Trevino, all those guys are going to finish pretty poorly here today at this tournament. Looks like it's going to be a pretty tight field here, guys, as he contends with an A, and all others finish with a D+. Okay, next group up. All right, 26. All right, so 26 says here, draw golfer contends with A minus. All others finish with a B minus. Okay, so draw golfer A minus. Let's grab him right here, and B minus everybody else. Oh man, that's a good one. Byron Nelson, Steve Stricker, Hale Irwin, Arnold Palmer's in there. Tiger Woods. Some really good golfers in that group there, and they actually got settled down for a B minus, finishing with B minus. Yeah. So this one will be Tom Kite. There you go. That's pretty cool. Tom Kite is gonna finish with an A minus. It's going to contend with A minus. The words are important in this game. All right, 16. 16 says top draw golfer contends with A minus. So let's see here who's going to be the A- golfer. This guy will be. That'll be Ernie Els. I'm excited to see that one here. He's going to contend here. 16 says he's going to contend with an A- perk as well. So lots of perks during this time here. I like that. And it says top golfer contends with A. All right, so we have Phil Mickelson, Vijay Singh. Well, it looks like we got actually, is it a tie? Yeah, it's a tie here. Okay, so with a tie here, I actually have to check that out in the rules real quick to make sure I understand exactly how we do with the ties. So the ruling says here, guys, or the way you play this is actually take the two golfers. So looking at 16 here, all the other golfers are going to finish with D+. So let's finish off Vijay Singh and Phil Mickelson here real quick, and then we'll worry about those guys as well. So Vijay Singh says here they're both 2B, so we have to roll for them to see if they're going to get it. So blank for Vijay Singh means that he's going to actually contend with a B+, and then Phil Mickelson, rolling a blank as well, he doesn't get that one either. So both of the golfers actually didn't get the indicated zones. You roll for them, and then if they roll a bullet, then they get the indicated spot. If they don't, they go contention at B+. So they can make a run for it at the end of the round here on 15. Now with this one here with D+, because there's already a group there, we're going to roll the bullet die to see whether or not that group will move down to a D, or if Calvin Pete and his group will move to the D as well. All right, so it's a bullet die, so that means they win. So Hal Sutton and their group is actually going to move down one level, and then they'll fix in that spot, meaning there's going to be more scoring. That's going to be a little, more, realistic to life, right? They're not going to be 15, or there's not going to be like 40 people that have the same score. So it's kind of cool like that. All right, let's roll right back to our next grouping here. Says 23 here. 23 says on our section here, 23 is draw golfer contends with an A. All right, let's see how he does in Mexico here. Who is this guy here contending with an A? 23, and that is Tom Watson contending with an A. All right, so with that being said, all others contend with a B+. So Jack Burke Jr., Jay Hubert, Gardner Dickinson, Dave Stockton, Jack Nicklaus, Retief Goosen, Nick Faldo, Nick Price. Man, a lot of these guys, I'm actually going to put them on the bottom here. The reason why is if there's not enough people in this top group, I'll actually pull out Vijay Singh and Phil Mickelson from the B+ group to add to our T times. And the reason being is they did really well, and they could have been on the top of the A group, but they went down to the B group because of the decider die. So you can do that to make it more fun, and that way you can have guys to play through with. But let's see how we go through the next two groupings here, and we'll see how our Sunday is going to shape up. 24 says top golfer contends with perk, and also, let's see here, 24, all others finish with a C+. Okay, so top golfer, okay, that's right, top golfer, geez. So 2A, Sam Snead's number 1 right now. Oh man, look at all these guys we're missing. Johnny Miller, Mark O'Mara. All right, so it looks like Sam Snead is going to be the first one here, and he's going to contend with an A, and all others here are going to finish with a C+. So lots of those great golfers, including Davis Love III, are going to really miss out on this one here. All right, 34 says top golfer contends with A-. Low golfer finishes with D-, and others contend with B+. So with that being said, top golfer here is going to be Fred Couples is a 2C. That's pretty cool. I thought it'd be cool if he wins it there. Raymond Floyd is a 2A. Ben Hogan's a 2A. All right, so just like we saw before here, guys, we're going to have these guys contend at B+ here. There's a lot of guys in that B+ group right at the cusp. But right now we're going to be looking at these two golfers and decider die to see whether or not for a 24, I think it was, or 25. Was it 25? Let me see here. I forget which one it was. Was it 30? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have accidentally put I have to put the lowest guy as well on there. So lowest guy is going to be in the D- section. So 4B is probably really far down there. Yeah, so Horton Smith is going to finish at a D-. Everybody else will finish there. And then top golfer will contend with an A. So let's see if these guys are going to contend with an A. Ben Hogan rolls the decider die. He's going to contend with an A. And Raymond Floyd, he also contends with an A. So there you go. We're filling out pretty well here. Let's check and see how we do on our section here. We have 1 golfer, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. And then we have Ernie Els, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 10 golfers. I think that's a pretty fair shakeup. I don't really need to have Vijay Singh and Phil Mickelson playing from the B plus section, and the reason being, of course, is that it's fun to have them, but it also does bog down the game a little bit if you always have 12 golfers in the playing field or in the hunt, right? That's not always indicative of a good round. So with that said here, guys, we're going to leave them as a possible emerging leaders here, guys. There's a really great opportunity for them here coming in the future on that 15th hole. But with that, guys, let's see how the final round's going to shake up in the standings. All right, guys, welcome back here to the exciting finale here for the Sunday round pairing. So right now we're actually looking at the grouping here of the A and A minus groups here. We're first going to check and see where they place and where they, I guess you'd say, where they are featured in the actual strokes, of course. And then what we'll do on top of all of this is we'll actually figure out how Ernie Els, let's see who else it is. I believe I know who they are. They're all actually within the A minus group. What perks they're going to have. So it's Ernie Els, Hubert Green, and Bernard Langer, who's going to actually which one of them are going to have perks and what perks they're going to have there, because they're all three rolled for the outstanding opportunity. So let's get right to it here for those golfers. So first and foremost, we got to figure out what the actual final score was for the historical course there. And the average score for the last 4 tournaments, the victory, I guess you'd say, was a 19. This year it was Pat Perez, or yeah, I guess you'd say it's Pat Perez, who won it at 21 under par. And so, yeah, so it's kind of pretty cool to see that. So currently when we use our chart here, we're actually going to utilize this section right here, 273 to 277 right there for the dates. So that are the times. I apologize, the scores, there you go. So each score is going to be played like that. So let's get right to it here, guys, and check it out and see how well we can do here for our 3-round total. First and foremost, we're going to actually set up all of the tournament perks for the golfers here. That way we can get that all straightened out on our end here. So with that being said, I guess let's do the tournament perks after. It's always a good thing to do the tournament perks afterwards. Just because then I can actually get the course out and ready to go for you guys, and then you guys can watch that. But first and foremost, let's actually go to the scores. So with that being said, let's look at the leader results, I guess you'd say, and see what they do. So the A is what we're looking at here. So let's look at Gary Player here. Gary Player is in the A section, and the A section says it's 207 with the bullet or 208. So we're just going to roll the bullet here for these players here and see what they roll here. So that'll be for Gary Player. Let's put him right here. We can just roll it. So it looks like he's going to get a 207 there. And I'm just going to actually write this down here. It's actually pretty simple. Just write it down on my end. And since it's a bullet, it'll be a, I apologize, did I say, yeah, 207 will be what we have there. So strokes, so 207 there. Okay, next player up, Tom Watson. All right, so he's 207 as well. Okay. I think we're going to have a very crowded bunch of golfers here. No real breakaway winners right now. Sam Snead, he actually rolls a 208. Okay. And then here, Ben Hogan. He rolls a blank, so that'll be a 208 for Ben Hogan there. Okay. And Raymond Floyd, he rolls a 207, so Raymond Floyd gets a 207. All right, Billy Casper, definitely a good golfer. I expect him to be a favorite. He rolls a 207 as well. We're going to have a lot of golfers that all stuck together here. Now, an A minus is going to be a 209 or a 210. So a 209 or a 210. All right, so Bernard Langer here. He rolls a 209 for his three-round total. Hubert Green, outstanding golfer. He did really well. 209. So maybe performed better than he should have, of course. All right, Ernie Els here. He rolled a bullet, so that'll be a 209 as well. Okay. And let's see, last but not least, Tom Kite here. All right, and Tom Kite rolls a blank, so that'll be a 210, I believe. Yes, 210. All right, so with that said here, guys, we're going to have everybody all set up and ready to go here for our results. And we'll get those guys all basically rounded up here. And we'll get them all set up and ready to go here on our list. So with that, now we have to get the pairings all set up. And boom, guys, look at that. We're all set and ready to go. We have everybody all ready for their close-up shot here on these fantastic holes here at Lagarto, Viejo, Mundo golf course, of course. Fantastic club in Mexico. Very, very close snaps of players here. Why, you might ask? Bernard Langer has 6 red chips. Well, 6 red chips are going to Bernard Langer. He did poorly, I believe, on his, I think, let me check real quick here. It says, yeah, he had an injury. It looks like his trainer had released some information about how Bernard Langer actually had an injury going into the tournament. So let's get right down to the course here, guys. Of course, follow along in the next round here, or this next tournament, and we'll see you on Sunday here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Thank you very much, guys. Smash that like button down below, and I'll see you guys next time in the bleachers.